All right, we're going to take a super quick look at the Ravens 2022 schedule.
From the Baltimore Honda Dealer Sports Center, this is 11 Sports.
It starts in the Meadowlands and ends in Cincinnati. And in between, the Ravens hope the 2022 schedule evolves into a return to the playoffs. The NFL released the full team schedules today. A few highlights for the Ravens: 3 primetime games, no trips west of the Mississippi, and they'll face Tom Brady in prime time. They face the entire AFC East in September as we show you the full schedule, starting at the Jets in the Meadowlands. Home opener, week 2 versus the Dolphins at New England.
So out of these 3 games, I'll give them against the Jets. Miami, I'm not sure. I've been watching Tua. He's working hard. We know Dolphins also just got Tariq Hill, so I'm not sure. I'm not gonna give them. I think Miami's gonna outbest them, as well as New England. I just did a video about Mac Jones eating better, sleeping better, working with Tom House to develop his passing and just coordination overall. Um, Unfortunately, unless Lamar Jackson is playing like the 2018 Action Jackson, I think Baltimore is only going to get one out of these 3 games.
England, week 3. Back home to face Josh Allen and the Bills.
And it doesn't get any easier for them. I think Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson, I believe we know how that's going to go. With I'm going to favor the Bills there. You know, runner up for the Super Bowl championship from last year, Cincinnati. Joe Burrow versus Lamar Jackson again, and you got like CJ Uzama. Just overall, Cincinnati just dominated the Ravens last season. I'll give them the win against the Giants. I don't just want to just throw the Giants away like that, because we know they tried to make some improvements to their defense this year, but in the draft. But I still think I don't think the defense for New York is going to be able to stop the Ravens yet. Versus the Browns, we're going to have Lamar Jackson going. And I think even though we seen last year the Browns demolish the Ravens before, I think it's going to be even more of a show to watch, because you don't have Baker Mayfield anymore. Now you have Deshaun Watson, and he was just signed, for $230 million. So I'm kind of in favor of the Browns. We haven't seen Deshaun Watson play since that divisional game against the Chiefs in 2019. So Deshaun Watson is probably hungry with all the allegations. He probably never thought he would get to play again. So um, I'm gonna go Cleveland. I don't think the Ravens defense can hold Cleveland. And then the Tampa Bay game, that's going to be a good one as well. I believe the last time that Lamar Jackson and Tom Brady played, I believe that was that time at Gillette, when the Ravens put the stop to the Patriots when they were on that undefeated streak. So that'll be a good little match again to see Lamar Jackson go up against Tom Brady. Out of these, again, unfortunately, I'm either out of the 5 games, I'm either gonna have to give the Ravens. I'll give them the win against the Giants, and there's a possibility they could get the Buccaneers. But the AFC is looking pretty undefeatable this year. That is looking like a savage group of teams. So far, we haven't really seen the Ravens go out. They're not gonna play the Rams. It doesn't look like they're not gonna play the Cardinals. So they're not gonna play any of those NFC West teams. It doesn't look like. But I'll give them so far. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt with Tampa Bay. So we're gonna say so far 3-8.
Bills for week 4 and starting October. That's followed by Joe Burrow and the Bengals for a Sunday night game in week 5. Week 6, back to the Meadowlands to face the Giants and Wink Martindale's defense. Week 7, the Browns come to Baltimore with Deshaun Watson at quarterback. Then a quick turnaround for a Thursday night road game against Brady and the Buccaneers. November opens with a Monday night game in New Orleans. The bye is week 10. Carolina comes to town out of the bye, then a road trip to Jacksonville.
I'll give the Ravens. I'll give the Ravens all 3 of these games. The Saints. That's pretty much a no-brainer. We've seen most of the Saints and Ravens games as the Ravens do emerge on top. They're bye for 10. Carolina Panthers. I like Matt Corral. He just got drafted. But overall, I think Lamar Jackson is much better quarterback than either him or Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold is somewhat going to be mentoring Matt Corral. So, and then Jacksonville. I'm obviously as well going to give that to the Ravens. and I'm not just dismissing the Jaguars. Um, Trevor Lawrence is a really good quarterback. It's just last season, and we're not we can't judge Trevor Lawrence off one season, especially because of the whole head coaching situation. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But I'm gonna give the Ravens all three of these. So now it looks like I believe they are at 6-12.
The Sunday after Thanksgiving. And then six tough.
Oh, and it doesn't get easier. They're gonna play Russell. They're gonna play the Steelers. Okay, so out of the last 5 games, they're all divisional matchups. Wow. I'll give. Okay, I'm gonna go Denver. I'll give them the win against Pittsburgh. Again, I don't think they can stop the Browns. I think Deshaun Watson is going to be a beast this year. Falcons, I'll give them that as well. So what are we? 8-16. I'll give them. I want to say they're going to win one against Pittsburgh and lose one against Pittsburgh, and then again, I think the Bengals are going to just destroy them. So in all, I see them either going 8-18 or 8-9. I'm sorry, 8-9, 8-18 or 9-18. I don't see them winning half of these games this season, and it's just because they're not even going out and playing a lot of teams in the NFC. They're mostly playing divisional matchups, and they're also just playing mostly just AFC teams, and the AFC is looking really strong this year. So it's really going to come down to how healthy is Lamar Jackson, because we know last year the Ravens were doing phenomenal until Lamar Jackson got hurt, and it seems like from there the whole momentum of the team just went downhill. So if you can get, like I said, an action Jackson, how he was back in like 2019, when they went on that like 14-2 season, like you get Lamar Jackson playing like that, you got Mark Andrews and he's healthy. I just feel like if you can get the offense right, because it all revolves around Lamar Jackson, and if everybody is playing correct, Lamar Jackson is healthy. He's making those sprints where he's just breaking through and getting those big yards. I love when he becomes mobile. I love seeing him run for 24, 30 yards. And if he's doing that, then what everything that I just said won't necessarily apply. But if we get the Lamar Jackson who's lagging, throwing interceptions, getting sacked, that's when the Ravens are only winning 7, 8 games of the season. So again, and also Lamar Jackson, he didn't play in the OTAs, and I know those are voluntary, but that's I don't want to say it's like a cause for concern, but it is like kind of a red flag. And this is Lamar Jackson. I believe this is his last season with the Ravens on contract. So um, a lot of things are going to come down to how he plays as far as like the turnout for the Ravens future. But if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and let me know which one we talk about next in the comment section. Also, let me know what you think the Ravens are going to do this season. I'm rooting for them. They're one of my favorite teams. So again, I would like to see them do how they were doing like a year or 2, 3 years ago, back when Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes were the top quarterbacks in the league. So, and I'm not saying that they're still not, but it's just that 2018 to 2019 period, like they were playing like you can't even word it. But again, yeah, let me know what we talk about in the comment section, and let me know down below what do you think the Ravens' final season record is going to be. And I will catch you in the next one.